He's gonna roll on the once. Okay, never mind. You know what? I'm just wrong. This is what Kyle is like, or you know, you just call shit and it sounds right in your head, but it's just wrong. I clicked on Earthspread to start a game. He has boots. He's 335. Oh, that's pretty fast. I clicked on DP. He has no boots. He's 335. That's cool.
Wow.
Convenient versus Jug.
Yeah, I remember Kezu was telling me actually that this DP right now very strong in Europe. Very good versus Juggernaut actually, specifically in lane, because you can just outrun the spin. Very hard to go on.
Definitely.
And doing the pull here.
Oh yeah, he's going to be able to get that one immediately. Yeah, and then of course, you know, as you mentioned, being so fast, you're not at risk necessarily on SabeRLight in this lane.
You did the classic, the good form move, where you stand in the camp for a second too, just to get the body block off before you pull it to the rest of the wave.
Yeah, they didn't block the small camp, so they will have that on Quincy crew, but YawaR actually pulled it into his tower just because DP had such a big wave. Oh no, Moon messed up the pull. Very unfortunate.
Oh, that's rough.
Okay, so both teams, I think this is sort of like a bit suboptimal by both teams, but it's going to work out for both of them somewhat. Normally you want to pull like either to 4 creeps behind the tower or 3 creeps even, and deny a lot is radiant, and in Dire you want to pull it around as a response so you don't lose the equilibrium.
Now Moon messes up the pull, they get the kobold again, so...
I mean, that camp's at least a little bit better.
Oh,
it's not the 5 little
terrible
that
ones.
ruined my life. I hate those things. I've actually messaged Ice-Try and been like, yo, these things, they gotta go.
you pro players, you're unbelievable.
Prowlers too? Are you the exterminator?
Nah, I love those things because I would play Crystal Maiden and I'd stack them, and my carry would be like, yo, come help me. I'm like, sorry, got these my ults on cooldown. I don't know how it happened. It's just
something weird. Damn, dude. I wish that I could do that and just be like, hey, can you just get rid of Ricky, Ice Frog? Is that okay? Like, I don't care about tech.
Pretty much anyone could email Ice Frog. Like, he's had an open email since like Dota 1.
Good to know. People out there. Actually, I don't want to encourage anybody to email him. Don't email him. I'm sure it's, you know, it's fine. But regardless, it's something to watch for here in this game, at least. That top lane, it feels like there's a potential for some like super aggressive stuff if they wanted to go on to LOA. Is there anything that you're particularly worried about as far as oh, wait a minute. Roll in. SabeRLight gets hit by the Maledict as well, getting spun down. He's a fancy guy.
Very fine. And yeah, that's the spin. Like, you use your 40-second cooldown on Juggernaut, and honestly, it didn't do any damage to him.
That should be the worry, right? Because now they want to kill LOA. He's like, yeah, I'm getting out of the tower.
They're going again on Jug. This is really good harass from them.
Frustrating, and right now doesn't have that much regen coming out to me. His courier just was brought out. All he has is this magic stick. LOA does have a couple tangos and a salve, so he's gonna have to make up for that difference there.
I've never seen this matchup before, actually. Jenkins was saying like sometimes they run this Monkey King offlane, but I'm interested in how bottom will go. He also mentioned like Oracle can purge the Jingu stacks. Ooh, he blocks the arrow of the Ursa, but he's taking a lot of damage for that.
That was kind of you.
I think the thing that's always so weird about it is, yeah, you can purge it, but more often than not, what we've seen from some of these Monkey Kings is just immediately boundless striking after they get the stacks up, and sometimes connecting onto the Oracle with that as well, which can be pretty annoying. Like, so you'll at least get one good hit off as Quinn down at bottom gets the TT and starting to put in a little bit of work there. Moon trying to ensure that his teammate's going to be fine, but Quinn moving in further. They're going to see if they can get some extra damage onto Bryle. Good stuff here down in the mid lane.
Oh, so sexy from Mojo. He shot that arrow because he knew Moon would roll onto that rune because Crit did it twice last game. And, you know, they just get the arrow on the rolling Earth Spirit for a nice first blood. Oh, wow. They got a SabeRLight top. That's big.
The number of times, like, you know how like something gets mentioned to you and then you never noticed it before, but then suddenly you notice all the time? Or the first time you pointed out the runes on Quinn, I swear to God, every NA player stream I've been on lately has been like, oh, there's Quinn, another rune for Quinn. Every single pub, every game.
You know, this has happened before, like, where the mid player just seems to get all the runes. Before it's like S4 in Alliance, right? S4 rune. But the reason they get these runes is because they think of the runes more and they play for the runes better than other people. And it's a very valuable skill. It's not like something that just happens by chance. It's a 50-50, but like it's 50-50 if you're both on the rune, but you can do things to swing your chances, and your teammates can do things, especially for Quincy crew.
Absolutely.
And it's just so important it's so important this patch when like so many mid lanes get decided by this.
For sure. Like, I've noticed like honestly, this game is sort of an outlier in that the mids were picked very late, but mids have been picked pretty early this NA DPC season, just because all the mids sort of go relatively even in lane, but your rotations are based off the runes. So if you pick your mid earlier, it means that your side lanes are stronger, which means that they have more space to come check the runes for you.
Very interesting, yeah. And that sort of gives you a better potential here, as actually, yeah, that roll in, able to get the stun, but LESLÃO still in a world of hurt as Timado tries to throw him down, but he's pretty quick. Walking out of there and looks like he's fine. MSS also getting away. So this rotation from Moon will not connect.
That was so good from LESLÁO there. He knew that Ursper was coming in, and like this was the right play by Moon. I really like this play from the TP in. They saw it overextend, quick reaction. Top lane.
SabeRLight TP's out and did take a lot of damage. Maledict does not look like it's going to be enough. He's regenerating back up.
There's a big difference this game versus the Ice games where Quincy crew, they're punishing the fact that Ursper is leaving the CP alone a lot harder than Ice was punished. Like, it's like their networks are similar, like the Timbersaw and DP, but they're different types of heroes. Like DPs, I don't think as an offlaner on DP, you're really the type of hero that can like lose your lane really badly and still come back. Because what's your comeback? Like you have to press R on a tower, but if you're behind, you're just gonna die.
It's also difficult for him to abuse the siphons. Like he's still holding a point right now in SabeRLight.
Yeah. And they still have their wagon alive at 7 minutes on Quincy crew. I'm sort of surprised they're not looking to rotate the puck there. Instead, he came bottom to pressure the Ursa, which is like a pretty good play, honestly. But I think they're looking to take this top tower with this wagon.
Let's see if they can make it happen. As you mentioned, there is still Moon in the area. And it's, I mean, we'll see if it ends up happening. Like, I guess the danger is, of course, like rotations that could come out from those mids. Although Quinn makes the jump, silence there with the coil onto Bryle, tries to find that kill, but the heal is there. Looks like Bryle should be able to walk out of there somewhat okay, as he did take a lot of Maledict damage, but you know, that corrosive skin, he's doing good.
I guess they're okay playing this map sort of stable on Quincy crew. That's what they decided instead of going with this wagon. Look at SabeRLight, he knows about this wagon. He's been clicking it down for all 900 HP there. Right now, like, Timado's actually having to jungle level 5 Ursa. That's not really what you want to see.
Especially when no one's even benefiting from the space right now.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I was really worried that they do another range offlane on Quincy crew for LESLÁO. I think this team excels when, like, this guy is on the hero. Oh, top lane?
Top, roll. Nope, can't do it. Super dead. Tries to run away. Bryle's made this rotation as well. Does not have his Atos yet, but we'll be able to get the slowdown there onto LOA. Gives up the chase. Push.
Amazing punishes from Quincy crew. They're really in their element right now. They're forcing all these rotations and TPs around, and then they're punishing it super quick. Like, look how fast that Viper was mid. He TPs top, and they're already going mid before he even TPs to make this play. Like,
yeah, MSS has been lurking.
Ooh.
Waiting here.
Silence. Jumps away afterwards. Quinn just sidesteps the roll arrow afterwards. Alright, MSS. Alright, okay. Take it easy there, buddy.
You're gonna get Timado here too.
Dude, they're still going in, and they can't bring in anybody to help this for the moment. Enrage is worn off. At this point, the damage coming through onto Timado. Dude, Quincy crew are cooking.
Oh man. Feels bad to be Bryle, man. I mean, I don't like, he can play Viper, but if you're in a losing best of one and you're playing Viper, Monka. Yeah.
Where's my turnaround potential? Where's my high impact play?
I mean, we saw that, right? Like, he's a mid hero. He's like, oh, they're overextended top. I'm just gonna TP up there, pretend I'm Void Spirit. They're all dead. But no, you're a Viper. He has boots. He's moving at 320 move speed. If he buys a wind lace, he'll almost be the same speed as a no boots Death Prophet.
Okay, he got the trinket, you know, that's pretty nice. Alright, he's gonna get an Atos. Gonna turn things around.
I mean, I'm clicking their heroes. Like, what is the play on the Radiant team? They need to get this Atos, which is still honestly too far away to wait for. They need to like get a play where they kill a hero and fast, because they're getting pressured all across the map.
And Bryle, I mean, he's in here again mid and gonna get chased down. Omni slash drop down, switches over to Dubu, back over to Bryle. No more Fate's Edict, which means that Viper's dead. Oracle is dead. They are getting completely ripped apart here. Quincy crew again, like, lost that series against Undying, and now it feels like they've come up with Like they studied that game, they've come up with solutions. An 8-0 start. Really impressive showing from them here as another arrow connects down bottom. Moon tries to get away from there. A couple more hits, not gonna be enough.
It is rough. It feels like Moon's playing this Earth Spirit. He's doing his best to rotate. He did a pretty solid job in lane, but like, what are his play options right now? Like, it's so hard when you're losing as this Earth Spirit to like create something out of nothing, because the hero gets on top of people. He repositions them, but he doesn't have the damage to actually have that gank happen. Usually that comes from like your mid laner, but you have a Viper mid versus Puck, so you can't kill there. Top lane, there's a Juggernaut, you can't really kill there. In bot lane, like LESLÁO just made the outplay when he went for that kill.
And you're
now
he's
just,
you know,
yeah, and now he's just like a level 8 Monkey King. He's hard to kill.
I mean, Moon's like 6 after the home too. Like,
Dubu doesn't have his ulti yet. They're popping EXO. Like, they're so desperate here.
They're making so many potential plays, but the other thing, Moonlight Shadow, no dust. Where's the dust?
All right, listen, guys. All I'm saying is that the Leafs got a shutout the other night, so it's possible that Quincy crew can do it too.
Dude, I don't know. This is looking scary. One thing that's going for him, somebody on Quincy crew left the Keen Optic on the ground and Ursa went and picked it up. So they're able to steal that one away. I don't know if anybody has actually taken it yet.
Oh my god.
Looking, chasing, wanting to do something here. Just moving in, but the DP just gets exploded. They destroy Moon afterwards. 2 quick kills again for Quinn. And Quincy crew, they have all of the answers. 10-0!
Let's go.
11 minutes in here, killing off couriers. What?
That was the first EXO from DP. Imagine you're playing this Death Prophet hero. You know, your lane's not that good. You're like, okay, I'm making space so my Earthsphere can make these moves, you know? They don't work out, which is like unfortunate, but you know, I'm still playing my game. I pop EXO, you know, I'm feeling all Chad. Okay, they run away. Ah, shit. And then I still have EXO on, and they just whack me to death. Like, they didn't even like nuke him or anything. They just hit him to death there. That's a feels bad.
Yeah, I mean, click these tier 1 towers on Dire, you know? These things are, they're feeling really good right now.
Like, I think the thing about, like, you're asking whether Bryle can play Viper. And the answer in a vacuum is 100% yes. But can his team play around this Viper in the same way that they would usually play around Bryle? Because like, what usually happens is that Bryle, like people say he's fine mid, but he makes a lot of rotations for his team. Like that TP top on any other mid hero, that's a kill. It's a really good rotation. It will change the outcome of that lane. But he's a Viper, so all of a sudden these plays that his team relies on him to make are not going to happen. Look at Timado.
Oh, Timado, he's super dead. Silence.
This is a Witch Doctor so much. Like,
yes.
The 2 hero smoke with Witch Doctor is one of the best feelings early game.
It is. Witch Doctor's like, I think he's the highest damage 5 for this type of play. Like obviously like Phoenix and Team,
Especially in the
whatever. But this hero feels so good. If you have a good lane, this hero can 1v5 the game for 5 minutes.
I mean, it's by the way. It's also just like the cool shard.
Oh, I thought you meant he had it already. Sorry. I was like, what? 13 minutes. Oh my god.
He's hacking, but you know.
He's hacking.
Smoke up here, like this stuff feels really desperation, which again, they're in a desperate spot right now for Undying. We talked about like the sort of, you know, mental state of the game and like how Quincy crew is gonna hold up. It feels like they got pissed and like are trying to take it out on Undying right now, because holy moly, this is scary, like how good they're playing this early game here. And again, they find Bryle popping the Monkey King ultimate, which is just going to be able to force them back. So no further fight, at least for now. Do they try and fight after this though? Roll in coming. Oh, but the break! Get off of me! Oh,
the arrow
coil. Dude, unreal. Finds himself Dubu. Dubu trying to get in position, able to save Bryle finally. That was really close with that great arrow coming from MSS. Omni Slash now as they jump in, trying to throw out what heals they can. Great silence. That could have been a dangerous spin down potential for YawaR. Dead trade of, well, nothing really, but a lot of heroes mid.
Yeah,
they're going to smoke up and head top.
If Oracle's not max arrowed.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A nice play by Timado there. Dodging the smoke gank. Yeah, that fight was they popped, that's a second EXO, and they popped this Monkey King out. Even if they don't get kills there, they're popping it basically just to defend that mid tower. Now they stalled out that EXO, and Yeah, I mean, that was not bad for either side, but I think Undying are still feeling a bit of this pressure, right? They had the Aethos and Ace on Viper, and that was their time. Oh, top lane.
MSS finds the arrow, does a bunch of damage, but now the Magnetize down. Moon wanting to find himself an opening there. Root afterwards as they're going to beat down LESLÁO. All right, that's what they need.
That is actually a really good kill to get right now because they need that pressure. Like honestly, more than any. Oh, they lost mid tower. That's unfortunate. Gets to deny, but they need heroes dead on Quincy Crew's side so they can get their lanes out in order to make moves. So when the teams are really good with Viper pick this hero, I think something that they have is a lot of lane push with him. Because this hero, like he pushes lanes, but he's really slow between lanes, so he can only push one lane. So if you like supplement that with like other heroes that can shove these lanes, then you can actually have this hero start to be active and like put pressure on the enemy heroes. But instead they have like Oracle and Earth Spirit, which makes it really hard for Bryle to play this game.
Well, another movement back towards mid again as they're going to try and secure these runes. Oh my god.
Oh.
What? That's mine. You can't have it.
Yeah, very cheeky play by Quinn, Mr.
That was actually so greedy versus an Earth Spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's sort of safe, right? But if Moonmeander predicted that, then that's a god tier level play.
Radiant structures
Well, you know, maybe on land.
On land he gets it.
I don't know if he saw him on the ward though, because there is that Radiant observer.
The ward was placed after Puck got it. So like, it was close though. Like it was just placed. Oh, third exo of the game going top.
Okay, SabeRLight trying to do some damage here. The rest of the heroes of Undying sort of in the area as the arrow goes out, but like they're just chilling in the river. I don't know what's going on right now. Like what they're
forcing
playing is. Okay.
And they're maybe looking for rotations too, right? Because like SabeRLight just got the tower, so now they're probably just wondering like where the hell's Quincy Crew?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Roll. Can't find Quinn. I mean, he's still sitting with a Witchblade and a DD. If they realize this Rosha's going on, Undying are in a lot of trouble.
I know.
They have an idea.
Arrow comes out. I don't think Mojo's missed an arrow this game yet.
SabeRLight. Gotta be careful, roll in. They get the jump, but Quinn trying to chase down this DP, gets healed up by that Oracle. Omni Slash going out now as well. The Witch Doctor gets his ulti off, doing a good chunk of damage to Bryle off to the side. They have already lost the Mirana. Quinn thinking about going back in again.
They burned all Quincy's spells here. Timado couldn't quite get into the fight, but no one's falling other than Moon. Pretty all right considering the circumstances. They just need to like get the Regoose now.
I think Quincy, they need to stall this game in order for this BKB on Monkey King to come up. Once he has that, he can probably walk into the fight, and then the fights will be more simple. Right now, like no one on Quincy Crew can really commit into the fight. So we're just going to see like a lot of shuffling in these fights, and okay, I'm trying to just click around and see like what do Undying need to win these fights, right? Like you have a Yo Scepter coming out on DP soon. This Viper has his Hood Aethos. I think they're gonna wait for like Timado's blink and the Yo's on DP, and like they can't, like those are items that really let you take a big team fight, but they are items that help you set up for pick-offs. And what they need to do is they need to pick off some key heroes and sort of snowball off that.
They can chain the silence from Moon to SabeRLight. That could also be pretty huge.
For sure. I mean, this Puck is squishy. He's gone Witch's Blade Blink, and he has no way to take off silence. Like it's a very I want to say like, aggressive, cocky build from him this game, because you're against an Earth Spirit. So, and a DP silence.
Yeah, man, that's a call out build. That's what that is.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, honestly.
Yeah. Well, and I think that, like, you know, part of it as well is making sure that he is a force to be reckoned with. Like, if he has to go in and go crazy, like, even if they kill him, maybe that's buying enough space elsewhere, but they have to respond to him, no matter what.
Like a smoke coming out for Quincy Crew here.
Arcane
It's a
Rune.
very nice smoke pattern if people watch high in their pubs. You push a side lane, and you TP to your mid with your mid support with a smoke, and then you just smoke. It's very fast and hard to react to.
Quinn pops Arcane, has it available, half in a mana pool. With the Clarity running, and Bryle going to be there to break the smoke up high ground. They drop down a sentry ward, don't quite spot him. Arrow goes out, going to be off the mark. Bryle realizing there's people nearby.
Man, if they had an obs there,
yeah,
like, that smoke was only awkward because they didn't have any observer wards.
Yeah.
That's another thing people should look out for in their pods. You want smoke, you need to save an obs for it.
They had no sentries down on the actual ramp.
Yeah, they would have got a good jump there, I think. They would have seen the Oracle from that. Oh, they're going Roshan again. The other Exo.
Well,
Up though, except Moonlight, and they have the BKB.
jump already at the start. Oracle's dead to start this one. No buyback. Undying can't go now. They can't do it.
It feels so hard to play. Like your pickoff is so bad on Undying. So what you have to do is you have to force a fight, but you can't force a fight because they're just being annoying. Like they have so many long range spells. YawaR's taking a bot tower. Like it's hard. Like the thing about, like look at Quincy Crew's lineup. Like if someone shows on a lane, you Monkey King stun them, you arrow Starfall, puck spells, they're dead. Like what does Undying have that's the equivalent? It's like hard to it's hard to play in the same way.
Yeah, they would need a full commitment, like Timado actually just dunking in, and then obviously the rotations come from Quincy.
I just say PSA something. I've gotten like 3 messages from people about the like voting for their friend CSGO team at ESL. That's a scam. Don't click their links for anyone getting that.
Dude, you're like a month late, right?
No, because it's happening again. Like just now. I don't know why. Like it happened before. I know like Moo got caught and stuff, but like.
Come on, guys.
It's happening again. Like, stop messaging me.
I love the PSAs. Well done. That's so everybody knows and stays healthy in their.
I mean,
stuff
if you get caught by that, like, you know, the first time it's sort of like, it's sort of not a bad scam, but come on, reusing the same one. Like,
so are you gonna call out who it was that got caught? You gonna spill some names?
I can't.
Okay.
Period.
Jesus.
How many TIs have they won? That's all I'm asking. I don't want to.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, one of them has won a Korean TI.
Nice.
It's not Blitz.
All right. Fair enough. Oh man, yeah, his team just goes
right there.
His team goes to the major and then he just like hands off the keyboard. I fall for all this.
It's actually not Blitz. It's not Blitz.
Oh, Moon.
LESLÁO. There. Moon. Oh, gets interrupted. LOA's still dead. But Timado has that Maledict on him. The fight brewing as they blow up Dubu. Dubu buys back into this one. They need to play with SabeRLight. Stunned, but in a little bit of trouble. Gets lifted up. Okay, still living through that one. Can they get in there in time? Moon gets blown up as well. And with the Oracle coming back, they're going to stop the chase on Quincy Crew, but Undying, I mean, they're thinking about going up this high ground. The turn now as they find Bryle, the Maledict on him, but the save coming from Dubu. That's what they needed. Oh, Undying again, they pop Exorcism. They haven't gotten Roche, and now Quincy Crew have another chance to go in and battle if they want to.
These fights are so well played by both teams. They're just in skirmish mode. They're not committing too hard. You know, there's some big spells coming out, but they're not like, oh, I've used Monkey King out, go, 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 go. You know, they're keeping a good presence of mind. They're casting the long range spells, and they're just doing a good job.
Tell the people about that
Put
trend.
on the laser show here, eh?
Yeah.
Got a Decim coming.
Man.
Let's go.
That is insane.
Essentially making his Monkey King off lane like a carry, right? Well, buff the damage like crazy.
But the other thing is that he has no defensive items and no defensive supports. Like, Quinn Callahan has lost his mind, ladies and gentlemen. He is.
Best defense is a strong offense, Gabe.
I guess that's true, but this just seems so wild to me. It's like I don't know. Like you were talking about multiple times, the Earth Spirit, the DP silence. It doesn't matter though. The dude's not even taking the Aegis.
You know, he asked the support to buy a medallion. They said no. This
Coil comes out. The right-click damage coming through. All of the Omni Splash out onto him. But YawaR ends up going in a little bit of trouble now. They jump onto Bryle, blows him up afterwards, and the chase down continues. Arrow out, double kill for the Jug. Sick stuff again from Quincy Crew. Who needs defensive items?
Yeah, they even got on top of the puck with silence there, but he just knows his limits. He's pushing them, and they overcommit on him. They get a good Omni Slash, and man, like these engagements, like I just want to stress, they're so hard for Undying to take right now. Like they basically need Ursa to kill someone before the fight starts in order to win at this point, I think, which is possible. So, you know, don't turn off the stream.
We've got more tiebreakers to come after this one anyways, with people potentially getting relegated. Definitely getting relegated.
Those are important games.
Totally.
Anyways, I really like YawaR. He does this sorry, YawaR's Jug build. Also the guy, but he does this Jug build where I love YawaR. But he always goes for this like Nailstorm, Manta, Scotty plus Shard thing, and the spin is just so strong right now. Like it's super fun.
Definitely. I think that you know, we've been seeing the Shard obviously be so good, but then even in the mid game it can just be so much damage coming out as Quinn hooks up high ground. Silence.
Messed up.
Has he finally been punished? He has. Okay. Well,
He tried to get the instant blink off instead of waiting for a phase shift because he knew like after his phase shift he would have to turn to blink, and you know they just get the clutch there. Sometimes like in these games like it looks unwinnable, but sometimes you just need to clutch it, you know? Like I know I said it before, but Matu says this apparently a lot. I don't know, Kezu played with him, and he says like, guys, we just need to clutch it. And then sometimes they come high ground and you just clutch the carry or you clutch the mid there, and all of a sudden the tempo of the game's going your way. They're smoke up, they're looking to snowball, they're gonna take mid tower. Like that's a good pick. Their hands now.
Actually get the mid tower, yeah.
Is under attack.
And maybe even MSS here if he decides to take a wrong turn, but I think he'll be all right.
Good reaction by MSS, or just Quincy crew in general, not to bleed kills here. I know I played some party kill with Mojo, and he was very frustrated when he's telling me and my friends, guys, let's stop bleeding kills after we have fed 7 times after 1 death. But
it's the way of it, isn't it? I saw your DK game last night. It was fun.
Don't worry. That was a rough one. That was a fun game, actually.
It's okay. You can play 5 DK. That's cool.
Well, anyways, it's a 9,000 gold lead now, and like you were talking about, not knowing to bleed kills, but more importantly for Undying, they've got to kind of sort of like build off of that momentum.
I think the best thing they got was this ward mid.
Right.
Actually, pretty nice.
That is true, because they need to play for these pickoffs. So when you need to play for pickoffs, these lane wards are really good for that. Just see so and you bop them.
Minute and a half left on Roche.
Nice healing ward snipe. Nice healing ward snipe.
So we have a little bit of time to try and get this pressure onto the tier 2, and obviously Undying still hanging on to hope for getting their outpost back eventually. SabeRLight just gets stunned, just getting jumped. Oh my god, Dubu moving into position, pops it right there, and immediately Quincy crew try and run away. And it looks like they'll be able to back out now. If they want to reinitiate, there's an opening here.
That's a long cooldown for Oracle now. That hero's been nerfed over and over. It's 100. Oh,
Bryle catches an arrow, immediate jump afterwards, spin. Trying to go in though. Yeah, it's a good point. He's still surviving. Roll though on to Quinn. Oh, but the save coming from the Monkey King, and YawaR barely. He has 50 HP as he walks away. The tower almost gonna take him down. Aegis down, and now turns on to Bryle. That's 2 dead. SabeRLight still living through this one, but the pressure coming from Quincy. And they do it. I mean, they don't have Quinn still, so they're gonna have to play this one a little bit safe.
I think this is a pretty good use of your Aegis. You forced, it was about to expire, I think, right? And then they forced out Exo and some pressure on the tower. Like I think Quincy or crew are okay right now, just keeping map control. Something that's like Ursa's usually a jug counter, but when you get to like Scotty and stuff to kite the Ursa, Jug actually can become pretty good versus Ursa here. It becomes really hard to fight him. And he actually has my favorite item in Jug, the Mindbreaker, because when you spin, you can right-click people and proc all your on-hit things. So he's gonna spin and proc Scotty, Maelstrom, and Mindbreaker. Just do a ton of damage.
Broken.
And then he's gonna have the Ags for the Omni too. And well, speaking of Ags, it's also one finished up by LESLÃO.
I think something that's really apparent here is like, because of the start of this game, what happens when like a team has a bad start is that the farm distribution gets really skewed. Because if you have a bad start, your supports can still make the map farmable for your cores. Right. But what happens, your supports would never have any space on the map, and you can see the difference in support net worth. Like Moon is, you know, he's got his Ghost Scepter. That's the best choice for him. But Mojo, he has Spear Vessel, he has a Yields, he's gonna work on that Aghanim Scepter, and the impact from the supports is really hard for the Undying side.
One of those things that like just sort of makes Philosopher's Stone so nice to get on some of these games, and makes you really feel it if you don't get it when you're down like this. Definitely for Undying.
We're gonna see a fight over this bottom shrine. I think it's Quincy could really want to get this away from Undying. The EXP, oh, they're just looking for a fight here.
Yeah, looking to take that one. Oh, they're right together! Oh my god, the coconut bounce is devastating. Bryle did not get a chance to play Dota as he got exploded. Dude, how often do you see a play like that out of a Witch Doctor? So nice.
That hero's good. I mean, honestly, like that was just a really good identification for Quincy crew. Like they saw that they're taking a shrine. They showed our Monkey King top while they're doing this, and then he has this he doesn't have the shard, but that hero's just really fast on the map with that level 15 talent. So he shows top, and he still makes it to the fight
Radiant's
at
middle
the enemy,
tower
to the
is
right of
under
the enemy
attack.
mid tier 2, and those types of plays, like a lot of people are watching, they're like, oh, how are you getting caught by that? But if the enemy shows their hero top, you think that some area is safe, and like they even read it, right? Like they're walking away. Oh, mid lane.
Got him, but Dubu behind, able to save him,
by
pop the
Timado.
exorcism, as they will kill off one. Can they find any more afterwards though? SabeRLight still running in. LESLÁO up on the high ground. Moon didn't manage to take down that tree. He explodes, and now SabeRLight on the wrong side of a Wukong's command. He also falls. Quincy crew again, just looking so solid here. 6 of 25. They take over the map. They got the outposts. They're getting bounty runes. Roche is possible being back up in 40 seconds. They're just cooking on all fronts.
They have no way to. Oh man.
Oh, you got
again.
Chase. Looking for it. Can they kill him? That's good. That's really needed. Jumps down to the low ground and rage afterwards. Timado trying to get out of there. TP won't be able to complete. It was looking good for a moment, but only a moment as 4 end up dying. And I mean, they have a catapult now with the healing ward behind them.
Radiant's
There's no
middle tower
glyph.
is under
This
attack.
might go down. This might be a full set of racks if they're not careful.
There's nothing in these teamfights that actually gives Timado confidence. Like Coil, Monkey King ulti,
Radiant's
Taps, anything like that. Like
middle
that's
barracks
all
are under
confidence for me if I'm a core on Quincy. Like when do I jump in as Timado? Like he just uses 10-second blink BKB for the first time.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That's a really good point. Like I've been trying to talk about why it's hard for Undying to make these moves compared to Quincy, but you hit it right on the head there. Like usually on Ursa, someone stuns, you blink on him and you kill him. But he literally has nothing to stun for him. Like Earth Spirit Row is not a reliable stun.
No, not until you're like level 20 some or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Like what happened that last fight, the fight before the last one, was that he jumped a Witch Doctor, he got that pick off. Like that's really good by him. That's good target acquisition, it's good play, but like that's all he can go for, and you don't want to be in that position as a carry.
Right. Well, Quinn again pushing up this top lane, has the BKB completed, eyeing up the Lincolns for the moment. But Roche, it's capable of respawning right now. It's going to be another minute and a half, so a relatively long respawn across the potential possibilities there. But still, you can see Quincy crew, they're not being quite as oppressive across the map as we saw before. As you can see that Undying's still able to farm the triangle a little bit, get a couple of these waves here and there. But it's not great. It's still looking really tough.
Ooh. And LESLÁO is actually going for the Nullifier. I think when Ursa was becoming more popular, people are thinking like, how can I deal with this hero? Because he's really strong right now. One of the best counters to this hero is you just put a Nullifier on him, because it persists through the ultimate and he can never overpower. If you get it on him before he can BKB, he cannot use his overpower.
Yeah.
And then he's just not a hero. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
really like that.
Well,
How am I getting more messages with this scam?
Everyone's just
Stop it.
copy pasting it now, you know.
yeah, that's true. That's a good
I'm
point.
getting messages about people warning me about the scam that people are getting scammed.
I'm glad that you're doing this service though for the community, letting them know. You know, through your pain, we're all learning. That's important. But yeah, still waiting around this Roche pit continuously. Puck has gone for that like slightly more survivable build now and is going to push out this bottom lane while simultaneously Undying just sort of tooting around the high ground, ready for a fight.
No, they should change the scam to like tell you that there's a scam going around and to click this link to see if your account has been compromised.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah? Man, I'd be a great scammer.
Oh my god. Just enter your social security number here. Everything's fine. So,
Yeah. So we're looking for Undying's timing here. Like what is their attempt to break that come back in this game? And apparently
This'll
they're
probably.
just gonna get picked off.
yeah, Moon in some trouble yet again. Interrupts that
So
roll.
hard.
Super duper dead.
Like it's still the same. You need to find a pick on
Wait,
a ward. Oh, they're
BKB out as well. Coil tries to bring him. They buy back on Moon. This is a big jump in. I mean, they gotta win this fight. LESLÁO gets down the ulti. Exorcism is out, but Bryle already dead. And now the chase down for more. Moon gonna die back there as SabeRLight is just gonna get chased yet again. He manages to get out of there, but Quinn will not be denied. Turns back on to Dubu, tries to get out of there. Goes for the phase shift, everybody around him, and the root well played by Dubu there. So they finally are able to punish Quinn with a bunch of buybacks. But are they going for round
Quincy
two?
still want to
Oh my god, Timado pops that in rage. Good jump to the low grounds.
There it is. Confidence united. The Abyssal.
Whoa, Abyssal, turn. They were expecting it. They were ready. YawaR. He gets blown up. Quincy crew going a bit too far there, and Timado makes the punish happen. But the coconuts might be enough to let him get out of there. Juggernaut buyback. Okay, all right.
Give it up.
This is scary. LESLÁO is just outside of the pit. Do they have any vision over here? It doesn't look like it on the side of Undying.
This makes me want to go in the pit to see if I can get the puck buyback too. Of course, then you just all die is the question.
Right.
What's going on? Quincy crew are falling apart. Like this dying, the jug has to buy
wait,
back.
he's got life steal. Won't he see that he's hitting the money?
It's hitting Roche too, though, so you don't know.
Roche too.
Oh my god, they just
buybacks.
forced 3 buybacks. Dude. Then he's up 20k and you're forcing 3 buybacks.
I think this has to do with that philosophy of Quincy crew.
Vanish.
It's like full
honestly,
power team fights all the time.
This is just sloppy. This is honestly just poor play from them, I think. This is not the standard I think they've set for themselves.
Are you suggesting they make mistakes too?
Roll in.
Moon's going in.
Moon wanting to salvage something for his team here. He's dead though. Turn around. Now Bryle. LESLÁO thinking about popping the ulti. Doesn't drop it yet. Now finally gonna go for it. But they haven't gotten the lockdown onto Bryle here. He's over on the outside of the pit, but still in trouble. Saved by the Oracle, and now thinking about going in for more. I mean, he's taking so much damage here. YawaR Scepter lift up onto Timado. Bryle still in trouble, doesn't end up dying though. Arrow comes out afterwards. This dude is taking everything. Eventually, it's too much as they find the kill. Now, Quincy, after a sloppy couple of minutes here, are going to move into the pit and try and take this one down. Can Undying do anything to contest, really? They got Blink Timado.
They're gonna go in for this.
I mean, Quinn's over there as well. Coil dropped down onto 1. Who's he going for? Wanted to go onto Quinn, but couldn't catch him. And now the YawaR Scepter lift up. Timado in trouble, pops the BKB, has Enrage available afterwards. Overpower, wants to chase. Roland coming for Moon, who's back to life yet again. Tommy slash out. It's not looking like it's quite going to connect, but there's the chase. There's the turn. Undying finds it, gets another kill. Moon again in trouble. MSS going to finish him off. Timado still alive. The entire game on his back, along with SabeRLight, who gets that silence off. Oh my god, that Spirit Vessel is bringing him down lower and lower as Quinn got bashed by Roche. That might be enough to save SabeRLight. He's gonna try and TP out of there. Do they find him? Not quite in time. Getting out of there. What a wild freaking fight.
What's happening, guys?
I don't know.
Help! Okay, mid-rack's getting hit by siege wagons. Quinn with his Chad build just gonna solo Roshan or something, but these fights are insane. Like they're kiting each other so well, and what that means is like the moment you overstep and the kiting team's a good mindset, they're gonna turn on you. And like YawaR, he didn't get Omni Slash off, he didn't even get spit off that fight.
Yeah.
That was a great play by Moon to come back in. He's been a little bit explosive. Like he dies pretty much instantly in a lot of these team fights, but that was a really quality roll in plus double side.
To be honest, he's playing Ursper exactly how it feels like to play Ursper from behind. Yeah. Like you have to go in to make space for your team, and then report you because you have a lot of deaths. But like that's your job, you know? Like you gotta do what you gotta do. And now Quinn, he has this Aegis, so he can continue playing like a psycho.
You know, it's interesting to me in particular with you here because this reminds me a little bit of one of those games that we saw in Quincy Crew all the way back at the Chongqing Major, where they were playing against J-Storm in that best of one in the lower division. Things looked really good, and then it fell apart. You were the coach during that team.
Is that the game? Wait, is that the game we had Tidehunter for Visage mid?
No, but it was the one where you had Terrorblade mid, and it was Bryle playing OD.
No, don't talk about that game.
But it was against Bryle, and it's you know, not exactly the same Quincy Crew. They were 4 gaming at that point, but it feels like things are getting a little bit wild.
No.
I don't know.
I remember that game. Yeah, we never pressed the Ravage and meta together.
Does it feel at all similar, where like Quincy Crew are losing control at all?
I mean, I think that game we were not up like 20k, and like honestly, the players in Quincy Crew, they're a bit cocky, but they're still in control of this game.
All right.
Like they have the Aegis, they're still up 30k. If they get their stuff together, like they're completely fine in this game. But I want to say, like Undying has done a really good job. Like their execution on punishing the heirs from Quincy Crew has been perfect. Like every single time I think a hero has the potential to die, they're already killing him, and that's just good play. The DP with the Spell Prism as well. He's actually starting to be a force in these fights. He's got his core items up.
Well, what are our buybacks right now? Ursa, GP. No buyback on Oracle. I'm only on MSS too, in terms of timers, just pretty crazy. Now Ursa buys out for the
Yeah,
Satanic.
it's only DP and Mirana buyback, so the next clash, like, this is going to be a big one.
He wants the big item. Well, he wants the big stick on the bear.
Ooh, that's a Spell Prism on Puck. That's a big item as well.
Huh. This is that if Ursa can get that rapier, I mean, he's already got the Abyssal for the lockdown. He's got Satanic. Like, Timado is definitely a monster in this game.
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, shout out to him. Like, the game has been so bad for him, but he's 5k ahead of everyone else in the game somehow. Like, he's been playing this game really well. And in team fights, like, he's been getting the instant kills that they need. Like, I remember there was like a Witch Doctor tier 2 mid, but he's been like just consistently putting up more damage than honestly should in this position, considering how much Quincy crew have to like kite him. But now the nullifier's out on Monkey King, so if they ever see this Ursa and they get this nullifier on him, like,
Right.
it does not do good things to that hero.
Leveler gonna be taken as well at this point. Although
Does Penta Edge Sword work on Monkey King?
I don't know.
I would assume it does.
It should. And I don't
Okay,
know any
so
reason
that's
why it
pretty
wouldn't.
cool, right? Like the overlap is that much bigger, and that's a big deal.
Reminds me of like ability draft when you get it on a ranged hero.
Oh yes.
Radiant's top
Actually, I
tower
remember
is
when
under
they
attack.
first put this hero in the game, when they first put Quiver in the game, your Quiver hit on every single monkey illusion. That was like
yeah.
super broken. Anyways,
Mission 4 monkey
There you go.
bashing.
Here.
Good times.
Radiant's top
oh yeah,
tower has
very
fallen.
fun.
Take us.
So
Cool. So
next setup
Puck
here
has
as
a
well.
Hex queued up. It's pretty much finished. She just needs like 10 gold for it.
Bryle
So
are
now
scanning.
they have Quincy. They have a lot of long range stuff, but as the game got longer, they start to lack like the hard stun to go with it, because you know they just have BKB and U's. With this Hex, they throw the Hexes on. Same thing. Hex, long range spell, Death Ward, Arrow, Monkey King Stun, etc. They're gonna be able to kill someone with no Timado. And as we've been seeing in the fights, like it's a lot of kiting in the fights. If you can burst on without having to commit, then you're sort of nullifying the kiting potential of the enemy team.
But, only a minute left on the Aegis or so no real point of pressing forward for Quincy. Gonna hang back. Out map
I'm also
control.
surprised YawaR didn't buy his Juggernaut shard. I thought he almost always bought the item.
He has been jumping around a lot since that buyback between his items. Like
Alright,
he's had the Ags queued up for a long time, and now he's going back for the Abyssal instead.
Stormcrafter picked up now as well for the Ursa. That one's
Ooh,
probably
DD
going to
on
be
Puck.
passed over. And at least for now, you can see, I mean, the kill score has always favored Quincy crew this game, but they're sort of, you know, obviously defending their high ground. It's going to be easier for Undying to fight around this area, more likely
Quincy
than
crew
not.
they're back up to this 20k lead, but I want to say like if the total net worth is 100,000 for both teams, and one team's 100,000, one team's 120,000, but that's a lot better for you than if it's 60,000 versus 80,000, just because the percentage of gold you're behind is a lot less. So you know,
Yeah, I mean Quinn is 21,000 net worth, so you know he goes in a little too deep.
Then
exactly.
We're
Like,
even.
they have no buybacks. I mean, the buybacks are coming on cooldown, but Quinn actually does have gold for it. YawaR has gold for it, but
Well, and you
he's
mentioned the
playing
like
pretty crazy, so he might just buy out.
you mentioned the Hex for Puck. Like for a long time, he had that Lincoln's queued up, so he doesn't really have that defense against a jump Abyssal. So it feels like as often these games come down to, it's going to be a lot about the vision that each team has.
I mean, Mojo almost has his E-Blade, which will sort of
Right.
like
That's
Quincy
huge.
crew. What they're doing really well right now is I think their mid game is shaky, but their itemization has been really good against. Like they've identified what kills them on the Undying team, and they're just itemizing against it. Because I mean, I'm saying this again, so I'm just repeating myself like a boring person, but you're kiting in fights. Like when the fights are really kitey, you play and itemize to like either supplement the kiting or to stop your opponent for kiting. Like if they see this
Radiant's
Hex on
bottom
Puck, I'm pretty sure
tower
they'll
is
kill
under
before
attack.
staff on the supports of Undying. So when someone gets Hex, you can just force staff them and reset the fight.
Well, again, 44 minutes as the Aegis had been reclaimed just recently. Getting ready for the next round of it, most likely, as we get
Well-
closer and closer to this 50-minute mark. Ward in the mid
He
lane
didn't
there.
bottle the Arcane Rune. He chose to
Interesting.
keep the DD bottled over the Arcane Rune. Not too sure if that was a conscious choice, he just forgot he had the DD. But Puck is DD Arcane right now. I think they might smoke.
Time to party. See if
Right.
they
I lied. They're
I think he
gonna
just
farm.
forgot. Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Although
attack.
they might
Quinn.
think there's a smoke going on or something, I'm not sure. 'Cause they saw them walk up the hill, so maybe they thought that they were about to smoke and come in. Like the way he orbed and was checking the runes pretty or the
I think-
pillar carefully.
how the teams are playing, like they have no buyback. I can understand that. Honestly, I wouldn't want to smoke there either, just because there's no buyback. I just thought he popped both of them. Maybe he's smoking. But oh, they're gonna fight into vision here.
Combo.
Ooh, deadly. But again, MSS, the rest of Quincy crew, they saw this as they passed by this ward over by the where the tier 2 tower used to be mid. So recognized it and nicely played there. I like that. Good deny the bounty. He denied the bounty with the illusion.
Oh, nice cheeky play there. I mean, with how the teams are playing, this next Roshan is going to determine the game.
Right.
I mean, if Undying get it, maybe not determine the game, but I mean, if they don't get it, I think they should be able to just go high ground on Quincy crew.
I mean, they're putting Timado into the creep camp. Say, oh wait, he just bought the shard because he's not gonna get the rapier in time.
I like that. I don't know what that shard does, but
It's the enrage.
Oh, enrage for 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, I can actually see that working out this game. He's gonna hit a lot of times in a row versus the melee cores on Quincy crew. Usually that shard is sort of sus, but right now both teams are thinking about this Roshan, which means that they're both gonna save all their buybacks. We're about to see a 10v10 brawl here.
Yeah,
My
Moon's just
buybacks
the
right
same
now,
thing
Quincy
though,
crew.
because he saw that he needs the shard as well for that big team fight. Low on stones, and he was getting worried, so he just bought it.
That's sort of because they need to keep vision on the Roshan, right?
Yeah.
That's why he did it. It's
That's
like
really good.
So he's decided that the vision is more important than the buyback on him, which I agree with. That's a really good
I mean,
play.
he's really close. He actually only needs 600 gold.
For
Wow.
buyback?
Yeah, that seems insane.
He's having a rough.
Okay, Atos. Lift up afterwards. LOA throws out the cast. Gonna bounce around a couple times, but they back out. Yeah, that vision thing is gonna be really interesting. I actually haven't seen it. Is there a way that you can tell that the stones give vision if you're Quincy
there's
crew?
absolutely zero way to tell. The only way to tell is if you see
Interesting.
the Earth Spirit and he has the shard. And if you put a stone down and then buy the shard, that stone instantly gains vision.
So they have vision right now in the pit. They see this. That's
like
really cool.
It's an
Very
awesome
smart.
shard. It's very good when you're sieging. It's actually like kind of broken when you're sieging.
Arrows go out again. That stone is gonna expire that was in the pit.
The
So
thing
Boja's
is,
actually not going for the E-Blade. Switched it up to the... Oh,
God.
Moon was
Really?
almost dead there.
Yeah, it was really close.
but he's basically just trying to make it so that YawaR kills the entire team.
Yeah, I mean, I like that play. There's a lot of physical damage coming out from Undying. Jug is one of the best off carriers.
In
Is
the
there a
pit.
stone in there?
There's not a stone in there. They haven't been able to drop one yet. They're gonna see it in just a moment here though, as they drop the stone down, ready to jump at a moment's notice. Wukong's command already out. Have to back away. Timado ready to jump as well if they want to go on him, but breaking the blink dagger and the coil up on the high ground for all three of them. Roll in, tries to make it happen, but Moon able to snatch the Aegis. Oh, what a play. Did he get anything else
He
afterwards?
killed the Roche, but he didn't get
Oh, YawaR snatched the Aegis, excuse me. That would have been much better. I just saw him back alive again, but that's a buyback. Never mind.
A bit of a cheeky buyback there. I mean, they're not going to take that fight anymore, but
Yeah.
honestly, the Roshan snipe, it's a good deal of golden EXP.
Where's the shard? Does anyone see it?
Was it eggs? Sure?
Yeah, there was
get
a
it?
refresher shard.
Oh, refresh or
Did
something?
he instantly burn it on Moon?
He might have. I don't know.
He might have picked it up, used it, and tried to grab the Aegis.
Oh, if he got that refresher shard, that
No,
was
because he
just
still
worth
has
the death.
magnetized. Or he's the I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where it is. It's gone though.
Maybe he killed it? KYXY?
Shadows.
This is-
Oh no, I will say, I killed the Aegis in one of my pubs. It happens easier than you think it does. So.
Right.
That's what they all say after it happens.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
Also, it wasn't my fault. I was lagging. My team couldn't hear
There
me.
you go.
It's all robotic and lagging.
And 25,000 gold lead again, and Quincy crew, I mean, getting that Aegis is just going to be so clutch for them. It feels like it's going to be really hard to stop this pressure with, you know, I guess that again, Juggernaut doesn't have his Aghanims yet, so that's one of the sort of better ways that you can siege with Jug, which he doesn't have access to. He can still go up and spin and punch stuff probably, but we'll see how it goes.
I think Quincy crew want to get all the lanes in before they go high ground here. I'm a bit surprised they're not pushing out this top lane. Like, that's a lot of pressure on top right now. Honestly, like, I can see the nerves happening right now. Like, the decisions aren't as crisp as they usually are from Quincy crew.
Oh, this is so dicey.
Mojo?
Dangerous.
Mojo's
Very
left on the
dangerous.
hill, started right-clicking the enemy Ursa. Like,
They're wild right now.
a really good reaction from Undying. They got the ward on the high ground there. They might be able to take a fight off it.
For it. Silence. BKB, coil onto both with the sheep afterwards. On to the Ursa, but he takes the arrow. Well played right there. Meanwhile, on the other side, Bryle going to be safe for the moment. Ghost Scepter out as well. But with a couple heroes dead, DP has to buy back. Dubu also in trouble as LESLÁO turns onto him. The jump forward tries to blow one up, but he gets lifted up in that Yule Scepter. Timado Hex and now bouncing back and forth in the Omni Slash, but he gets bashed as he comes out of it. The full control going to drop. SabeRLight also gonna get ran down here. YawaR still hanging onto that Aegis. They turn onto the tier 3 tower. Everybody's dead, and now eyes on the prize. Quincy crew, they want to go to the major. They want to be the other team representing it. And unless there's some type of a miracle here, they might have just done it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So
Yeah, I mean, you know what beats nerves and like playing slightly off your game?
40,000
40k net worth league. But sometimes you can just click your way through a fight.
all falling into place. YawaR calls it nicely done. Quincy crew, ladies and gentlemen, gonna take second in the NADPC, and they're going to the major.
Well done. And wow, tiebreaker's shorter than anticipated. I don't know. I was kind of hoping